Hey guys, welcome back. This is day number 74 of trading futures every day until it become profitable. Today was not the best, but it could have been worse. Could have been a lot better too. I ended up missing a couple trades and taking two losers, which one of them was supposed to be a $400 loss, but somehow I only risked 200. So thankfully I got out of that one with 0.5R loss. But the second one I took much later after I'd already told myself that I was kind of done for the day, even though like with my evals, I'm going to be taking 2 trades per day if they present themselves. But I was just like off the charts for like over an hour, maybe 2 hours, and then I got back on. But I'll tell you about that later. Both trades really shouldn't have been taken, and I'll show you why. I do have quite a few screenshots, so I'll explain everything. So here's the first screenshot. I'll go one by one here. This is a trade that I would have taken right when I got on the charts at 8:30 EST, but because the entry candle swept this internal high right here just barely, but it swept it, I wasn't taking this trade even though it looks very good. I think this one did run to full TP if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I think it did. So yeah, that's the reason I didn't get into that trade. Pretty unfortunate. Even if I had just gotten into this one, I would have been green for the day. But yeah, so here, this one here was pre-market as well, but it was a valid trade. We were here rejecting off this fair value gap multiple times. Then we inversed this one here, boom, and I don't know what came over me. I just hesitated like an idiot, like I keep doing, and missed this trade. This one here, it would have came up here and then stopped me at break even. I think this ran like crazy, but I would have been break even after taking TP1, so 0.5R plus on this trade. So those 2 trades, I would have been done for the day, but it didn't work out like that. This one here, okay, it came right down into the OT of the range, which was beautiful. My like golden zone here, which I like. It rejected off this 5-minute fair value gap, and an inverse. I was waiting for the inverse on the 5-minute because that was the highest time frame fair value gap in the lag, and unfortunately, as you can see, I didn't really get my entry because price flew like 50 or 60 points or something way up to here where my TP would have been. So if I were to get a close here, this would have been a beautiful trade, but just unlucky circumstances here. Okay, here, this is the first trade that I actually took at 10:14 a.m. We were delivering from a 3-minute fair value gap here. We inversed the one minute fair value gap, and we're in the premium of the higher time frame range. There was an SMT against me at the entry, which is why I probably should have avoided this, but I've never looked for that or considered that in my back testing, so I can't really say that this is a bad trade, but it's kind of a bad trade if there's SMT right against me. I've just never considered it in back testing, so why should I consider it here? Whatever. This is the one that I accidentally risked 200 on, which worked out in my favor in this case. But here, this is probably the most unfortunate. No, there's so many unfortunate events today that happened, so many, but this is definitely one of them. It swept liquidity here, SMT at the highs, break even point, 50% off point, and full TP would be here. This was a 5-minute trade. Literally, this is the 1-minute time frame. This is 5 minutes for full TP. We were delivering off of a 1 hour fair value gap at 11:45. We swept liquidity, good momentum through the fair value gap, and SMT at the highs. Beautiful trade, but I don't have the 2-minute time frame on my chart, and there was only 2 1-minute fair value gaps, which this one would have failed if I had actually taken this, and this one would have won. But if I had the 2-minute time frame available, I would have just won this trade. I didn't get into it because I was off the charts at this point, kind of just like sulking about, not sulking, but I was kind of upset about what happened previously. Yeah, so it is part of my higher risk eval, like passing rules, to take 2 trades per day if they present themselves. So I would have taken this trade and I would have been done, and I would have been green for the day. That's why I'm saying this should have been a green day. There were so many opportunities for this to turn out to be a green day, but it seems like I just took the wrong setups, and this last one is the worst. This is the long that I should have taken on the 1 minute. This is what Dodgy alerted, you could say. He alerted it, and I was like, wow, that looks really good. It looks even better on the 3 minute or the 5 minute, and that's where I took this trade, on the 5 minute. But before that, there was a valid trade. This would have been valid on the 1 minute if I had taken this. This is what a lot of people, including Dodgy, took on their evals and stuff. This is what I should have been in, and it would have been a break-even trade. But I got in higher at the 5 minute, and my break-even was up here, right here. And as you can see, it did not get hit. So this was a losing trade for me, unfortunately. Stopped me out for 400 or like 350 or something. So that sucks because I did not enter on the correct time frame. I should have been entering on the 1 minute here, and I missed my entry and I didn't notice because I was in a rush, because I was kind of FOMOing into the trade like an idiot. I wasn't prepared. I was just like kind of like YOLO, whatever. But I should have been prepared on the charts beforehand and really figuring it out and looking at it and analyzing it and being ready for it. But I just kind of jumped on it and just entered. I didn't really look at it. So anyway, this here is a trade that so many people took. So many freaking people took after I was done with my 2 losers for the day. It was a 30-second long. Now, I don't take 30-second entries because there can just be so many on the chart at once, and I just don't think I'm ready to be taking entries all the time, because it presents a lot more trades, obviously, right? But there was a 30-second entry down here where so many people got in and got a really good RR on this trade. But this would have been the trade that I would have entered into if I was still eligible to take a trade today. If I hadn't already taken my 2, I would have got in here, stop loss down here, and I would have gotten out with another 0.5 R, because the rest after partial would have hit break even. So yeah, that is the verdict for today. That's what happened to me. So anyway, overall, it should have been a green day for me. And if I followed my rules and saw that 2-minute inverse, it would have been a green day. But I got off the charts and was kind of done because I was scared to lose. And then I got back on at a bad time. Just unfortunate situations today, honestly. Surprisingly, I still have to get over like emotional issues like fear of losing, surprisingly. And I have to learn to accept the risk of every trade and not fear the outcome of the next trade, being a loser. And I know I said I wasn't going to do it anymore, but after I took that first trade, when I took that break, I went back tested 11 trades to get my total trades back tested up to 200, and it did help me gain confidence, honestly, because I was like, wow, I seem so confused in a live market, but in back testing it's so simple and the strategy is very simple and straightforward, and I'm not really ever second guessing myself. So that did help me, and I did have a 71% win rate on that quick session, as you can see here. 71%, 4 break-evens, 5 winners, and 2 losers. But anyways, guys, overall, in the future, I just have to not hesitate with setups, stop hesitating, take the setup if it matches my model, my strategy, and stay on the charts until I see a second great trade. And don't get upset if other people take a setup and I don't take a setup and it ends up winning. I can't get upset about that. Yeah, I just got to keep getting used to trading live, I guess. And I'm still considering staying with Dodgy's live streams after this week is over here, but I am hoping that I won't have to. First of all, because I'll save money, and second of all, because it is adding another layer of like stress and stuff, having to look at their setups all the time and seeing other people win and me not win. That kind of hurts a bit. So yeah, I don't know, but this is too long of a video now, so I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow for day number 75 of trading futures every day until they become profitable. And thanks a lot for watching, guys.